The Crimes of Jordan Wise, a novel by Bill Pronzini, narrated by Richard Ferrone.
St. John, Virgin Islands, the present. As on most days, I sit at my usual place in Jocko's cafe in front of the open-air window facing Long Bay. Jocko's isn't much, just your standard back island roadside bar and grill, mostly frequented by locals, black and white, and a few slumming tourists, on the southeastern tip of St. John, the smallest of the U.S. Virgins. The road that loops around from Coral Bay ends 50 yards from Jocko's dirt parking lot. End of the line. The building is two-storied, made of pink stucco, flanked by palmettos and elephant ears, bar and food service downstairs, Jocko's quarters upstairs. Pocked plaster walls festooned with nautical paintings, none of them very good. Dozens of color snapshots of customers with and without Jocko. Old, mismatched furniture. A couple of ceiling fans, a bleached steerhead mounted above the bar, a dartboard, and a blackboard with the daily menu chalked on it. Today's specials are everyday's specials. Conch chowder and callaloo, a pair of West Indian dishes. This is because Jocko is West Indian, a native of St. Croix. Plump, hairless, skin as sleek and shiny as a seal's. In one ear he wears a big gold hoop that gives him a lopsided, faintly piratical appearance. He smiles a lot, laughs often. Jocko is a happy man. The open-air window frames a view of the narrow inlet where a handful of fishing boats and catamarans bob at anchor, and the broad expanse of Long Bay and Round Bay beyond. If you sit at the table in the exact center of the window, you can also see much of the far shore, the villa-spotted hills above Coral Bay and the jungly slopes of Bordeaux Mountain, the highest point on St. John at 1,277 feet. That table and chair are mine by tacit agreement. On the rare occasions when I'm not in the cafe, Jocko refuses to let anybody else sit there. My seat, my window, my view. In front of me on the scarred tabletop is a double shot of Arundel cane rum. I won't drink anything else. Jocko imports it for me from Tortola in the neighboring British Virgins, once the largest pirate community in the Caribbean. He does it because he likes me, and he likes me for the same reason he reserves my table. I'm his best customer. We are the only two people there when the big belly-fat man in the yachting cap comes in. About time. I've been waiting for him. He has been in twice before this week, once to eat lunch and once to drink a beer and cast curious looks in my direction. I know that look. It was only a matter of time until he came back again. This visit, he doesn't sit at the bar. 30 seconds after he walks in, he is standing between me and the window, smiling in a tentative way. His rough-textured face is like something sculpted out of wet sand. The yachting cap has no significance. He isn't off any of the pleasure craft anchored in the inlet or up at Coral Bay. I say, "You're blocking my view." "Oh, sorry." He gestures at one of the empty chairs. "Mind if I join you?" "Why?" "No particular reason. I've seen you here 3 times now, always alone. I thought you might like some company. As long as you don't block the view." He positions the chair carefully to my left, sits down, and fans himself with his hand. "Hot." "Not so bad today. You should be here during hurricane season." "I'd rather not, thanks. My name's Tally, John Tally." I already know this, but I don't admit it. I say, "Richard Laidlaw." "No. Jordan Wise." "Which is it?" "Take your pick. How about the one you were born with?" "Then it's Jordan Wise." He gives me a penetrating look. "Buy you a drink, Jordan?" I wouldn't say no. Arundel cane rum, a double, neat. "I'll just have a cold beer. Too early and too hot for rum." He calls out the order to Jocko. "I'm a writer," he says to me. I know this too, but I say, is that right? Books, stories, magazine articles.